San Juan, Puerto Rico. Here we are. FIBA Basketball World Cup Americas qualifier. Puerto Rico taking on Canada. Here at the Coliseo Roberto Clemente, a 12,500 capacity arena in Group B of the competition, an all-important stage of the competition for these two teams with opposite records. Let's take a quick look at the standings. Canada 2-0 so far in this one after defeating Bahamas twice, whereas Puerto Rico, they are 0-2 after falling twice to debutants Jamaica. As we get ready for action here in the home of basketball in Puerto Rico. My name is Tahir Hajar. I'll be your commentator, taking you through the action as the team introductions are underway here in San Juan, and the fans have come in their many to support their home nation here in the FIBA Basketball World Cup Americas qualifiers. This is the second stage of window one of the competition. Remember, 16 teams will be going head-to-head across 4 groups, and only 6 can step through to Qatar. But now we get ready for the national anthems. Up first will be the national anthem of Canada as the fans rise to their feet to respect. That is the national anthem of Canada, and now we'll get ready for the national anthem of Puerto Rico. And the national anthems are complete, and the teams will shake hands, ready for this ball game tonight. They of course last met in the America Cup competition. Canada doing the double over Puerto Rico, of course, in the qualification stages and then at the actual competition as well. As the teams will have their final warm-ups here, ready for today's ball game. Here are your officials who are going to be taking us through the action. Julio Anaya, Juan Fernandez from Argentina, and Orlando Jose Varela from Honduras. Our officials for this evening. Well, as mentioned, work to do for Puerto Rico tonight. Can they put on a big performance? They've made some changes to their roster in this particular stage of the competition. A little bit of rotation. bringing in players to try and add to a solid unit. Mix of experience, a mix of youth as well. And also retaining players like Zakai Ziegler, who did particularly well for them in the first round. Let's take a look at Canada's starting five, though. Nate Darling, Marcus Carr, Aaron Bess, Charles Bediako, the captain, Kyle Wiltshire, the starting five for them. Kyle Wiltshire was the standout player in their first two victories in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers in the Americas. Over the two games, averaging 18.5 points and 5.5 rebounds, the leading stat builder for them. And there's their head coach, Nate Mitchell, who will be leading the line for Canada tonight. Now we'll get a chance to look at the Puerto Rico starting five. From what we understand, they will start with George Condit, number 1, number 6, Ramses Melendez, Stephen Thompson Jr., number 50, Zakai Ziegler, number 28, Ismael Romero, listed as the captain for today's ball game, who missed their first two games. The dual Cuban Puerto Rican, currently playing his basketball. The Aquas, looking in the southeast of Asia. And here's confirmation of their starting five there now on your screens. And when we take a look at this Puerto Rican team, as mentioned, changes for them. To add some more firepower to their roster overall. Alexander Morales, who had the highest efficiency over the first two games, but Zakai Ziegler averaged 15 points over the two games. Arnaldo Toro, he also averaged 9 rebounds. Zakai Ziegler with 4.5 assists. Their head coach is Carlos Gonzalez, the Unandi Leon head coach current. Now we'll go through his final words for tonight's ball game. We look forward to seeing these two teams go toe-to-toe, because there is some incredible talent across the board. And I mentioned Zakai Ziegler already. He's currently playing his basketball in France at Nanterre. Obviously in Europe, high level of basketball so far this season. Averaging just 8 points per game, 5.8 assists. In the top competition, likes to command the offense, try and find his teammates in their most advantageous positions. Kyle Wiltshire on the other side of the floor, Monterey Venezia, of course in the top flight in Italy, but also playing in the Euro Cup as well, where they've advanced to the postseason in that competition. And with just a minute to go here in San Juan. Also mentioned Romero, the captain for Puerto Rico. Obviously, he didn't take part in those first two games of this competition. He averaged 17 points over the two games in the America Cup. Most recently, he's been playing the Morocco Bolts in the Philippines, where he put up big stat lines: 22.3 points per game, 11.3 rebounds defensively, and overall 16 rebounds total. But we're going to have a minute of silence here. And for the basketball community mourns the sudden passing of Fabian Borro, president of FIBA Americas, at the age of 64. Well, instead of a moment of silence, we had a moment of applause to celebrate his life devoted and influential leader. He made a lasting contribution to the growth of the sport across the region. Well, here we go then. Let's get the action underway. And the Roberto Clemente Coliseo. It's time for FIBA basketball. And it's time for Puerto Rico to rectify some wrongs that they made at the beginning of this competition in the qualifying stages. Puerto Rico wearing the all-white jersey with the red stripes along the shorts and the jerseys as well. First possession is turned over. Wilcher. Initial 5-out spacing here for Canada. Ball action to a ball screen for Wilcher. The foul is called here against Stephen Thompson Jr. Aaron Best trying to get the best of his opponent on that play. With Carr. 2 feet in the lane, the right-handed floater over the defender is no good. And oh, that's a nice block early on in this one. Mediaco pinning that to the glass. Here comes Romero. Mediaco contesting at the rim. Ismael Romero going strong to the bucket. And there's the block from Mediaco. Romero will go to the line, knock down the first points of the ball game. Well, he was 12 for 15 in the AmeriCup. Of course, we've not seen him in FIBA World Cup qualifier action. So 80% in that competition, but in the East Asia Super League, less than 50% on the line. Yeah, he goes 2 for 2. Carr commanding the offense now. Moves the ball left-hand side with Best. Looking for the handoff, which they won't be able to execute. Carr into the roll on the ball screen. Best has to let it go, but a piece of that is picked off. Melendez closing out, and that's tough defense there from Puerto Rico. Did well to defend each of those actions. That's deflected away. And another tough defensive play there. Ziegler right up in the face of Nate Darling. Now look into the corner. 3 ball goes up and in. Cash money. Ramses Melendez. Muy bonito. Carr. Look how tight these Puerto Rican defenders are. Best gets a shot off, but it's heavily contested. Coach Gonzalez will be happy with that. Carr's lost here. Pump fake, sidestep, triple is short, and Carr will collect. Bounce pass inside, and that's blocked away. Meeting him at the rim, George Condit. Melendez. Another attempt from the 3-point line. Puerto Rico now 1 for 3. Wilcher. Right-handed floater. The first open look really for them, without a defender right up in their grill. Canada's first 2 points of the game. get a foul here. Nate Darling. Sideline possession now. Ziegler just slips through the hands of Stephen Thompson. Ocha. They make the most of the turnover. Carr looks to the corner and they finally get a good look from three. This time, no mistake. Nate Darling from downtown. Condit. Slipping through the gap, Condit in the corner. Nice ball rotation here. Puerto Rico again. The flow to find the finish, Stephen Thompson. Drilling it from downtown. Nate Darling dumps it off, it's picked away. Melendez to the rim. Cameraman trying to keep up, and there's an offensive foul. Ramses Melendez. It's a little too aggressive going to the rim here. Check that pass out, sneaking it through the gap. Defense has to rotate. It's just great basketball. Forcing the help, finding the open man. Keeping things fundamental to find good looks at the bucket. Carr on the ball screen, they don't switch. Romero can stay in front of Wilcher here. Best moves it now. Rotation is good defensively, but Carr off the dribble blows by Condit. As Melendez moves the ball to Thompson. Ziegler feeding it inside. Romero off the glass and in for two. A little bit of old school. Now, easy look at the rim. Defender's gone missing. Jackson Rowe gets his first 2 points of the game. Coming in off the bench. Work from Ziegler once again to get by the defenders. Popped around. A turnover here for Canada. Puerto Rico get it back. Positive start to this ball game for Puerto Rico. Check this out. Finish with the flush. Canada makes some more changes alongside Puerto Rico. Best is sitting down. Diaco also on the bench. To the ball game is Jada Fernandez. Flex action here on the left-hand side. Romero wide open. Straight bully ball into the chest of Carr. One of the oldest sets in the books. As Wilcher misses the three. Fernandez again. Romero looking to fight for position early on in this offense. There he is, one-on-one with Wilcher now. Wilcher smart enough to pop it away from behind him. Scrupp hands it off to Wilcher. Moves up for the mid-range. Ortiz uses the ball screen of Ortiz. Thompson looks to the corner, flared down into the corner. Zakai Ziegler. The connection from behind the perimeter. 15-9, 3 minutes 23 on the clock here in the first. And a timeout is called by Canada. Puerto Rico have started this game with great energy. In full flow offensively. Execution looked well drilled, looked real comfortable.
More pressure, mess up on one action, they went orange, but it wasn't what we worked on, so they went to the flex action. But if we call it, we gotta honor it. Okay, here we go. Orange, you're in. Jackson, you're gonna be right here. Tommy, here, Cassius, 4. Keza, bring it here. Screen for Jackson, and then come set a step up. As that happens, you pin down for Tommy. Don't go off the pick and roll. Throw it to Tommy. Look for Jackson on the field right here, and you get out. Hey.
Well, Coach Mitchell, he's acknowledging that they need to do work on the defensive end, get a little tighter, communicate a little better, try and deal with these situations. Plummer plucking one out from the perimeter. Alfonso. Un Fiardo, Puerto Rico. Alfonso Plummer. Started the season off in Manresa. Now finds himself in Sarajevo. And that's a turnover here. All going the other way. Lots of fingers of Jackson Rowe. I'll be happy with that, Puerto Ricans. And another 3 will go up, and another 3 will connect. On fire. Flamethrower after flamethrower. 5 for 7 from deep. He goes up on the other side. Great elevation there, but it's not enough. Cassius Robertson can't connect. Puerto Rico get it back again. 18-9. Well, they lost those 2 games against Jamaica. 2-point loss in their first game back in November, and then in December. In that window, in that same break, 92-97. Real close games, and kickball violation here. Clock will get reset to 14. 2 minutes 22 on the game clock. Ball goes in. Plummer. Looks now to final tease, who has to get something up, and there was seemingly some contact there. A little bit of confusion here. Yeah, Puerto Rico ball with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Can they muster with this possession? Quick bounce pass to the corner. Shot will go up, and not quite the same result that they've been getting from behind the perimeter. But this in transition, strong slam to the rim. Rowe. Transition in flow. Here is Toro. Handoff action to Thompson. Fernandez. Back to Thompson, kicking it out. Ortiz now off the dribble, trying to use some power. And we'll get a foul here. There's not been many fouls in the ball game early on in this one, which is basketball fans We'd love to see nice flow to this ball game. First personal foul called there on scrum. Now Ortiz goes to the line. The shot clock was winding down, had to go to the rim, had to take the opportunity, drew the contact. Ortiz. Born in Brooklyn, New York, playing in Taiwan. Of course, has spent time in the Americas as well, Puerto Rico, in Osos de Manati. Played in Mexico, Uruguay. Also has ventured into Europe, played some basketball, Scandinavian area of Helsinki and Finland and Denmark. New screen arriving now. Attacking the baseline once again and getting more look inside. Rowe finding a way to the rim. Try and close this gap. 7 points is the difference as we approach the final minute. Ortiz fires up a three. Another triple. Triple number 6 here in the first quarter for Puerto Rico. 6 for 9. When a team shooting like this, it's hard to keep up with them. It's not just the offense for Puerto Rico, it's the defense too. And there's an explanation of how, and they get the ball back. Well, Rowe has had a couple of buckets in transition, has had a couple of easy flushes around the rim. But when they get into the half-court set, Puerto Rico doing a really good job of packing the paint, not allowing any easy looks. When they stay organized, they get stops. They've had a couple blocks, in fact 4 so far, if not more, in this first quarter. The screen here now. Step back 3, rims out. Here's a Kajami Keen into the game. We're playing basketball in Germany. Niners Chemnitz. Oh, and a smoked layup there for Cassius Robertson, and that will do it for the first quarter. And the team now 0-2 in the group have started this quarter incredibly well, started the ball game incredibly well. 10-point lead for them against Canada, 23-13. With the 3-time Americup champions. Here's the stats for you very quickly. You look at the shooting from behind the arc, 56%. 5 for 9 from deep. Apologies, I thought it was 6 for 9 early on, but it's 5 for 9 from deep. Let's take a look at some of the best plays. Well, it's all about ball movement and it's all about triples for Puerto Rico early on. There's been some moments for Canada too. Nice ball movement, rotation and blow by to the bucket for Carr there. Ziegler has been working well to find Romero as well in this first quarter overall. Romero has 6 points, 3 rebounds in 6 minutes and 37 seconds. Rowe, the leading scorer for Canada, 6 points personal for him. It's been all about finding the extra pass, finding the open man. Alfonso Pluma knocking down that triple there, and another one of Rowe's jams. Ortiz getting in the 3-point play action. So let's see how Puerto Rico now react to stepping into this second quarter. Can they keep up this intensity? Can they keep up the aggression defensively? But don't forget, if you want to keep up with all the action, scan the QR code on your screen now. Courtside 1891, stream, schedule, scores, and more from all around the world. Download the app today by scanning that QR code on your screen now. Well, here we go. Canada will start the second quarter of this ball game. They need a response. They go for a flex action here on the left-hand side. Ball screen will arrive. Skipped across, almost turned over. Robertson attacks the rim, forced to almost go out of possession. 3-ball goes up. As a result, the shot clock winding down. And we're going to get a foul on the fight for the rebound. Dual nationality of Canada and South Sudan. A man from London, Ontario. John Cooch. And that's a great inbound play there to find Rowe once again, ready for liftoff. Well, if dunks only counted for more points in this one, nonetheless, they'll be happy to try and chip away at this deficit. Here's Fernandez, who will start the second quarter. The presser from John McKean. Picks up a personal foul. Where you can see Isaiah Pinheiro lost in the rabbit hole defensively. Fernandez stripped away. Kajami Keane will have his way defensively. Robertson moves it back up top. John Cooch to set the ball screen. They look to the corner. Rowe for 3. Fight for the boards now. Much more concerted effort on the glass for Canada in the last couple of possessions offensively. They're real tight now. Defensively too, but slipping away. The bucket will count. Basket interference. Plummer by his defender. John Cooch trying to block that away. Plummer can get it off the glass before the block is made. Johnny Keane. Darling just tries to pull it into his shooting pocket. Rolls off of his foot. Oh, John Cooch will get up there this time. Maybe a little rushed in that possession. Maybe it was Toro. Johnny Keane looking for Darling this time. Jumps and passes inside. Left-handed. Finishes good for 2 for Thomas Scrub. Ball finds its way inside. Beautiful pass to the corner. 3-on-1. Chris Ortiz. His second triple of the game, and he's caught. Which means he'll go to the line. Chance at a 4-point play. And that was a great bounce pass. Pinheiro just slips it through. And Ortiz goes to the line again. Where he'll complete that 4-point play. They had double digits in both those games against Jamaica, despite their not able to win those games. Here's Darling fading away from that one. John Cooch claims that over. Ziegler. Carr looks inside. And that's tough defense from Ortiz. It's kicked out though, and that's a shot clock violation. Coach Mitchell asking for contact. (29-17). And it's a hearty performance defensively for Puerto Rico. Well, they're known as Los 12 Magnificos. The weight of a Puerto Rican jersey is important. Plummer fires that one up. Heavily guarded by Carr. Romero being summoned from the bench. Mucha. Switch here. Recover. Carr for three. Ziegler just trying to get a hand on it. That's knocked away from Carr. Well, the ball will go the other way and the official will just correct the call. Well, I thought he might correct it, but it seems there was a better angle of the play, and now the ball goes back into the hands of Canada. Cooch will take a breather. Was definitely helped on the glass. Doesn't put points on the board, but picked up 2 boards. Wilcher fakes the handoff to Best and gets it back here from Carr. Wilcher for 3. He's collected by Condit. Ziegler. Pinheiro. No fight for the rebound between them, Condit and Romero. It's a slight change now in the atmosphere, in the flow of this game. And it's up to Canada to capitalize on this situation. John McKean. There's Carr. One screen arrives. Carr pulls up for another one. Romero looks to get the backdoor pass in to Ziegler, who will find Romero again. Almost sneaked it in, and the foul will be called on the follow-up here. Is it Pinheiro? It was Pinheiro. Working hard on the glass. Puerto Rico winning the battle of the board so far in this one. The strength of Pinheiro.
So for Canada, company number 15 for Jocko.
To the bench. There's Beniaco, who's picked up second personal foul. Pinheiro to convert on the line. His first point of the game. Missed the second free throw. First missed free throw of the game for Puerto Rico. Canada yet to get to the line in this ball game. off the dribble. Since that car is starting to feel the confidence in attacking the rim. Romero, beautiful pass from Ziegler. Just kicks it past to Thompson. Thompson now. Dumps it off down low to Condit, but it was a bit of a forced pass and it's picked away. Carr, foul, and that will be the chance for Canada to go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Puerto Rico still have that 10-point advantage. Second personal foul on Thompson Jr. So Isaiah Pinheiro is going to take a breather here as he heads back to the bench. Well, the teams will take a chance here to talk things over. Timeout for Puerto Rico. As mentioned, there was a change in the momentum of this game, but Canada hasn't capitalized yet. And this timeout is a chance for Coach Carlos Gonzalez to check in. Let's listen.
Don't go in front of the ball. Always stay behind. Swing, swing, and we attack. You got to play press. Now. So. If they go zone 13. One, Sakai with the ball, swooping down to the 5. Ismael, get the ball there. After that, 2, 5, Flair for Sakai. At the same time, 3, get down the 2. To watch this guy. Watch this guy. When we get inside, double screen to Sakai to go out. You got it? Let's go, boys. Get the ball on the post.
Chance to maybe draw something up. Some better looks. It's been a low-scoring quarter, 7 points apiece in this quarter. Carr will hope to change that on the free throw line. Born in Toronto. Currently playing for Würzburg Baskets, Basketball Champions League. That's 2 for 2, all important points. Ziegler gets it back. Trying to find his own shot. Pushing foul is called off the ball. Like it was a foul on Francis Melendez. Scrub. That left-handed hook shot almost. Good to go again for 2. Now they're really struggling to find space here. Canada have slowed Puerto Rico down. It's a lot more static, this offense. Now they're having to go one-on-one here, as you can see with Ziegler, who comes up short again. Up top, and there's the germ. Connection. Air Canada. Carr finding John Cooch. Now Puerto Rico working inside. Condit can't finish on the left hand. And Canada have cut this game to a 4-point difference. And a chance here to bring it even closer. Well, I told you the momentum had changed. It was up to Canada to take advantage. They're doing that right now. Here's Carr. Almost comes off the leg. And Melendez, Wiltshire sidestep 3 as the clock winds down. Offensive rebound. Wiltshire looks inside, scrum. Can he get a look? No, he can't. Wiltshire has another look from 3. This time it's good, and it's a 1-point game now. Puerto Rico, offensively, they've just been so static. They've not been able to get the ball moving, not been able to get as many touches of each player. Defense has been much better for Canada in this second quarter. And now they benefit from that. They lead this quarter 7-16 overall.
Ismael, left block, 1, Jaden. Thompson to the right, 4, CO, dribble to the right, go to the corner, Thompson. After that, you come relocate to the middle, Ramsey. Swing, then you go by the baseline, 4, get out, Stevie. You go out, CO, you go out, swing, and then screen to CO, to Stevie. Go screen there, watch there, CO, inside or the corner. Hey, got it? We take out,
Well, we check back in now after the timeout. And Canada causing confusion to get good looks and make big plays. Wiltshire previously struggling from behind the arc. That's his first made triple. One for 4 from deep for Wiltshire so far tonight. Ortiz back into the ball game, and that's much better. Romero rocking the rims in San Juan. Iverson cut over the top. The best ball screen. The ball moves back to Carr, behind the back, wraps it around. Carr rolls it up and in for 2. It's clicking now for Carr. Moves up to 9 points personal. 3 here, rolls in and out. Not really what they needed, Puerto Rico. Saw that points in the paint stat there. 18 points in the paint. Carr now fires up a 3 on the money. Fernandez right in his eye. And a turnover once again. Canada have the lead in this ball game. Can they extend it? Carr, another 3. That'll be a foul against Best, and he just pulls on Melendez around the waistline. Carr getting the better of Fernandez on 2 possessions before that missed 3. Melendez heads to the bench. Alfonso Blumet into the game. Wiltshire also taking a breather, the captain for Canada. Jeremy Keane replaces Carr. 46.7 on the clock. Puerto Rico finished this quarter on a high. They've been kept to 9 points in this second quarter after a flying start. Here, this is where things get static. It's almost like a matchup zone this that they're trying to deal with. Sidestep three. And oh my goodness, they needed that. Plummet off the bench. Immediate reaction. Gets the home team back in the lead by one. 21.3 of the clock and a timeout called by Canada now. Beautiful finish from Plummer. Catch and shoot.
We got Kyle Wilcher here. Cassius here. Okay. AD. Tommy. Okay, if you need a handbag to get a live dribble, make sure you keep your dribble. At 8, they don't have any fouls to give, do they? They have one again. Hey, you might have to go to fake it to get it back. Gonna screen. Cautious. You slip out. Tommy, stay here. And then now, Kyle, you slip out. As that happens, you gotta try to get downhill. On the pop, Cassius, you're the pop guy. Actually, no, you corner Tommy Phil. Okay? If we go side out of bounds, get ready for clout.
What time do you want to go?
Well, that Plummer three means a lot, hence the celebration. That is the only three-point attempt and three-point make of the second quarter for Puerto Rico. Hit 6 triples in the first quarter alone. Has gone to the bench now. Defensive matchups in mind. Robertson trying to run rings so that Fernandez can't get free. Here's Wilcher off the dribble. Wilcher to the rim, and that's tipped in by Scrub. Ball comes in quickly, and that is the end of the half. And Canada will finish up on top. 23-12, the quarter score. Almost a complete opposite to the first quarter. 23-13 was the first quarter break in favor of Puerto Rico. Canada have turned things around. They lead by 1. What a turnaround from them. The Canadians now retreat to the locker room as a unit, and they've shown they're the real unit. Turn the rebound count as well. They were losing that battle. Now they're on top. They've limited those turnovers. Marcus Carr, as I said, he was feeling the rhythm, the ride of the game. 12 points personal for him, 2 boards, 2 dimes in 13 minutes of action. Catalyst for this Canadian comeback. The fans here in the arena will take to the concourse for a quick beverage, because this second half could be exciting. Let's take a look at some of the best plays. As Rowe, his 3rd jam of the game. Plummer has 8 points personal, 2 big threes and that 2 there. Scrub, a couple of buckets in and around the rim. 6 points, 4 rebounds for Scrub in this ball game so far. Ortiz, the leading scorer for Puerto Rico, 9 points personal. We'll talk about that guy there, Marcus Carr, leaving scars. Emotional, mental, and physical on the ball game so far. A little bit of alley-oop action too in this one. That's when things started to turn. Wilcher, 1 for 4 from deep, but that 1 triple was enough. Coming under the timeout, Puerto Rico tried to find ways to get to the bucket. The matchup zone's been really difficult for Puerto Rico to deal with. They don't know what kind of offense to run here. Canada being really smart. And Carr, he's being clinical. How about this? Both players, Pinheiro and Romero, trying to contest that shot in the cleanup duty there. And the for 2. Scrub getting his 6 points there on the board. So here at halftime, 35-36 is the score between Puerto Rico and Canada. We'll take a break.
We are in for a showdown here tonight. Let's get this body size. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown. Goes in for the dunk. Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good. Bogdanovich, who goes in and scores. Ah! This is what it's all about. It's all one big basketball family, folks. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me! Pinheiro. Here's the big two-hander. Get out of the way. Things are about to get rough. Shot for Uruguay to win it. Who's going to throw it up? The pass! Bang! Martin Rojas stealing the spotlight. Time. He gets Uruguay the win. How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me? Papa Nicolau says, give it to me. I'll go tax to close out. Deep Bruno inside. Fills it up.
Welcome, basketball fans all around the world. Coliseo Roberto Clemente San Juan is the home of today's ball game. And it's an exciting one, 35-36 at the halftime break. A Canadian comeback. Thank you to Marcus Carr. What a ball game he's having. 12 points, 2 boards, and 2 dimes in 13 minutes of action. Spark plug, catalyst, kryptonite for Puerto Rico. This man here getting it to go from deep. Toyed with Fernandez on a couple of plays there. Should try and help his team into the lead, but Puerto Rico aren't without their own firepower. Chris Ortiz, 2 for 3 from deep and 1 play as well. You're going to see that very shortly. Just here now in the corner with the foul. Blow the whistle, ref. Beautiful find from the now short-haired Isaiah Pinheiro. Rowe catching Ortiz on the arm for the chance at a 4-point play. Ortiz has 9 points personal in the ball game. Well, the team's yet to emerge from the locker rooms in this one, so let's give you a quick lowdown. 20 points in the paint for Canada compared to Puerto Rico's 8, and it's that second quarter when they were in the matchup type zone, which means they set up. Looks like a 2-3 zone. They try and beat it as a 2-3 zone, Puerto Rico, but as soon as the ball moves, compared to a usual zone where there's a little bit of space, defenders right up in their face and take away the opportunity to find the ball moving around the perimeter, meaning that things get static, meaning that they have to go one-on-one and they have to beat the respective defensive assignment, which they've not been able to do at times. Great work from Kajami Keane on a couple of possessions there. Great work inside, trying to protect the paint. The rebound battle has swung. It was in favor of Puerto Rico. Now Canada leading the rebound battle by 1. They also limited their turnovers, Canada. They had 4 turnovers in the first quarter and then only 1 turnover in that second quarter. They're looking after the ball. Puerto Rico led by as many as 12 points in this ball game. There's a lot of work left to do. That is not Marcus Carr that you see in the screen. It's Kaiser Kajami Keane, the 6'1" point guard from Ajax Ontario. Niners Chemnitz guard. Brings a wealth of experience to this Canadian lineup. And I think they've got it right, this lineup, in this window, in terms of balancing with players in their prime and the knowledge, the IQ, the ability to deal with different types of teams, different types of basketball. Of course, Canada coming off that 3rd place bronze medal finish in the 2023 World Cup. What a performance they played there, and of course not a lot of those players featured in it. Just shows you the depth of the nation in terms of basketball ability. Puerto Rico, their highest ever finish in the World Cup was in 1990, where they finished 4th in the competition. In 2023 they finished 12th in the most recent. They have been to more World Cups than Canada have. It's looking dangerous for them. And you do have to be in the top 3 of your group to advance to the 2nd stage of qualification, which take place in August to November. This year, the road to 2027 in Qatar. Don't forget, get involved with us on social media at FIBA, across all social media platforms, at FIBA World Cup or at FIBA WC. You can catch all the highlights from all of the games, also live. I say live, but you can catch the highlights on the YouTube channel as well. So if any of your friends missed this game, not only can you watch it live on Courtside 18-1, but you can Also catch the highlights on the YouTube channel. Stay locked into everything that's happening. International basketball, quite simply, hasn't been more exciting than it is now. It has the world's attention. We are trying to bring you the forefront of that here as we focus on America's qualifiers. It's the final moments also in the Jamaica-Bahamas game. It's a 3-point ball game with under a minute to go in the fourth quarter. 93-96. Bahamas also 0-2 in this group. They lead Jamaica by 3 on the road. So it's going to be an exciting group. Still lots of twists and turns in this one. Puerto Rico can get themselves a victory here, or shake things up even more. And that's what we all want to see. As the referee will blow one. Well, the fans here really love basketball in Puerto Rico. And this particular venue holds a special place in their heart. It was originally meant to be at another location, but they moved it to Swan 1. In fact, on a personal note, one of the first international games I had the pleasure of commentating on was here in this arena. Absolutely packed out for Puerto Rico. Real educational moment for me to see how passionate the fans are. Have done their best to show their support on a Thursday night. Now we see, start to think about the adjustments either team can make. I think Puerto Rico has just got to figure out how to find ways to get a ball inside and get the defenders to collapse around them and then try and find those looks that they were getting from downtown. They shot the ball incredibly well in the first quarter, and they only got one three-point attempt, one three-point make in the second quarter alone. They're 7 for 13 from deep, still shooting over 50%. But the opportunities to get shots up from behind the perimeter have been few and far between. Also, the flow of the game hasn't been hindered by foul calls. It's only been a total of 13 fouls in the ball game and a total of 9 free throws between the two teams. Canada only getting to the line once tonight. Well, here we go. Third quarter action begins, and Romero will do exactly as I said. They'll find the way to get the ball inside and get a good look at the rim to regain the advantage by 1. And here's now Carr. And he steps backwards over the halfway line, and a backcourt violation is called. The pressure there. Zakai Ziegler all up in his grill. Ziegler now almost undoing the hard work. Ortiz, though, wants to get up a triple. Will fire up the triple, and he'll make it to his third triple of the ball game. This is just the start that Puerto Rico need here in the third quarter. Here's Darling. Finds Carr. They want to get him hot again. Bounces off. Gets his own touch and finishes for 2. No box out. One near Carr. Romero. No rip on his shirt on the back there. You see the number 2 with number 28 ripped. And the team supporting cast. We'll have to sort that out. will replace him. Ziegler. Guarded by Best. Ziegler back with it. Finds Melendez. Works his way inside. Again for two. Carr. Another floater. Early on in this third quarter, a little jab for jab. Ziegler spills that one now. A little bit shaky on the handles today. Strong to the rim. Blocked away. Ortiz. Trying to make up for the mistake on the other side of the floor, and Ortiz gets a piece of Carr's attempt on the rim. And there you can see floor wiper giving a little bit of encouragement as well. Best trying to get away from Melendez. Double team now. Darling, Carr. Euro step, tries to dish it off inside, ripped away by Ortiz. And a great ball game tonight, and a foul will be called by Carr. You can see Romero changing that jersey now. As the steal count appears on your screen. Condit to the right hand. Ortiz just tries to punch that one back in. Inside. And a huge almost block there for Condit, who gives the ball back to the official. Doesn't argue, but that action in itself tells you everything you need to know. Here you go, ref. I've got the ball in my hand. Here's the replay. Let's watch it back. Well, the official closest doesn't call it. Has the backs of the players in his vision. Official on the opposite side has the front. So going to the line now is number 14, Charles Bediako. Scoreless in this ball game tonight. The Motor City Cruise 7-foot center remains scoreless. A turnover from Ortiz. He's trying to put the ball on the floor to get past Rocha. He puts his hand up to the bench to apologize. Robertson comes back into the game. Darling takes a breather. Time on the pine. Carr. Inside. Oh my goodness, that was ferocious. An attempt to stuff it on home, and Ortiz puts his hands up straight away to say, that was me. If you're going to foul, then your opponent score.
Primera, falta personal del número 32. First personal foul number 32, Chris Ortiz.
Bediako will try and break his dry run. And will finally do so. It's 2 for 2 on the line this time. He's been with the Canadian national team since 2017, the under-16 age group. Ortiz, the pump fake, the step back. But look in the corner there. Melendez had so much time. Ziegler eventually fires it up. Big offensive rebound. Thompson, another attempt for three. Pulled down by Bediako. Three fired up and in. Cassius Robertson. And now Melendez will get the three-point attempt. Condit tries to just tip it in play. A little bit of encouragement, encouraging words from Condit to his team. Plummer back into the lineup. Has been big for them, especially towards the end of that second. He hit a big three. Wilcher. Carr. Skipped across. Almost stolen away. Missed three-point attempt. And Ortiz asking the officials for a foul. The officials can't call what they can't see. Canada have it deep in the Puerto Rican half. Carr inside, Bediako. Real battle underneath the rim, and one! Charles. Canada now push their advantage to 5 points. Well, Melendez does the right thing the first time, stands two hands in the air completely straight. And the second time, jumps up, wants to take a swipe at Bediako. Bediako now on the line. Misses the free throw. And there's a response. Chandler Fernandez. Bediako, everything's going inside to the big fella right now. They've got no response for him. 6 points personal. Ortiz, almost a walk there. And now he's just trying to force his way to the bucket. Bediako with the recipient of the foul call from the official. And Ortiz wants to add to his tally. Really, or should I say, one of two plays in double digits. It's a nice finish from Fernandez. 5'10" guard over the 7-foot center. Bediako though on the other side. Ortiz makes the first free throw. The most important thing for either team is that they stay within touching distance of one another so that this game can be decided down the line. Of course, they won't want it to be that way. There's a stop now for Puerto Rico. And then there's foul. Robertson coming up with the foul in transition, and an important foul at that. Just stops the momentum of the offensive transition, slows things down. You see that a lot in European basketball specifically, where, of course, Robertson's playing in the ACB in España for Gran Canaria. He used those fouls purposefully in transition just to stop any momentum, especially after a miss or a turnover. Which is all good and well, of course, if you're not getting into foul trouble. And an offensive foul here is called off the ball. Isaiah Pinheiro. Three-point difference, 46-49, 4:28. Second personal foul. John into the game. Carr also on the floor. John Cooch trying to clean the offensive board, and it will be a Puerto Rico ball. 10 offensive rebounds in the ball game for Canada. We've had 11 second chance points. And it seems that we're going to get a first head coach's challenge. This play here. So the officials make their way to the table. Let's see what happens. Well, they'll review whether the ball came off Pinheiro or John Cooch. One angle to see here. We'll analyze frame by frame. Can't see the ball there. Of course, if they can't come to a clear conclusion, they'll stick with the original call. This is the better angle here. Did it just come off the fingertips of John Cooch there? Officials let us know their decision, and it will stay with a Puerto Rico ball, and that head coach's challenge is gone. Once again, it's still a three-point game. Full court pressure from Canada now. Fernandez. Plummer. Another one. Alfonso. Going crazy from behind the arc. Ties the ball game. And also, just to keep things interesting in this group, confirmed Bahamas. They beat Jamaica by 3. And there's a block. Off the dribble now. Pinheiro off the glass now. And a foul is called and one. It's nice. Isaiah Pinheiro. Well, we look at the Plummer triple, catch and shoot, let the net ripple. Firing off shots, and Pinheiro here off 1 foot, off the glass. Now Puerto Rico back into the lead in this ball game. Another lead change. See ya. Pinheiro, the three-point play. And another rebound. Pinheiro on it again. Xander Fernandez. Off the dribble, Ortiz. And that's picked away. Numbers moving forward here for Canada. Kajami Keane lays it in for 2. Tied in the quarter. Or should I say 17-15 in the quarter for Puerto Rico. Apologies. Of course, Canada finished at halftime up by 1. Now it's Puerto Rico by 1. Fernandez off the dribble, and that will be a double dribble violation against Pinheiro. Not a turnover you want to make. Turnover number 13 in the ball game for Puerto Rico. Carl will take a breather. Best into the ball game. Mucha. Best. Best for 2. No good. Somehow kept alive. Substitution now. Checking into the ball game for the first time tonight. Alexander Capos. Starting to wonder, we've not seen Romero since his shirt was ripped. Has he not been able to come back into the game because they haven't got a replacement shirt for him? I'd be intrigued to know. Here's Keane. Back with it. He fires up a triple. Big time 3. This game is to and fro. Flipping and flopping. Non-stop action here in San Juan. Condit slipping the screen. Fernandez left all alone to the bucket. Sneaking through and seen like a shinobi in the dark. Jeremy Keane, Wilcher. He goes to the right hand. Now 1 now. The captain, Carl Wilcher. Gets things back to a lead for Canada. To the right hand here. Composure, Pinheiro. Picks up another. Romero is now back into the ball game. Three-point lead for Canada once again. Fernandez. Pinheiro. Romero. Capos. Fernandez looking for options. Coming off the down screen is Plummer. Can he pull some magic out of his hat again? Yes, he can! Alfonso! Crowd going loco for Alfonso, and Best had no points on the board, gets his first 2. Canada by 2. 30 seconds on the game clock. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Plummer, another one. Alfonso misses that. Big offensive rebound for Pinheiro. Still separation between game clock and shot clock. Fernandez, step back 3 himself. And that's a big board. Rowe this time. Canada look to have the final possession. Stop on pop 3. No good. Front of the iron. 3/4 court heave. And that's just short. Well, the madness does not stop here in San Juan. 57-59 at the end of the third. We have ourselves a ball game. And there's the statistics on your screen now. The scoring statistics, they mentioned pounding the paint. Canada have been 32 points in the paint. 16 points for Carr. But let's take a look at the best plays from the third quarter. Well, I said the matchup zone was causing problems for Puerto Rico. They needed some inside looks, and Romero provided on the very first possession. And Melendez getting to the rim for 2. A very much balanced quarter overall. Both teams going bucket for bucket. Lead changes galore. And there was a moment in this ball game. Charles Bediako was getting going. He has 6 points, 2 rebounds. Reda Fernandez, 7 points and 2 dimes to his name. Alfonso Plummer's moved up to 14 points personal because he does this. And it ain't often he misses. He is 4 for 7 from deep tonight, Plummer. 14 points. Efficiency is key. And now we'll see how this all plays out. Remember, Bahamas, big win against Jamaica on the road. Making this group very exciting. It looked pretty plain sailing for Jamaica and Canada coming into this group. Both 2-0. Well, this is it, basketball fans. 4th and final quarter here in Puerto Rico. Canada by 2. And then 1 to start the 4th quarter. Jason, row your boat to the glass. Belter, you know the rest. Row now will go to the line. Chats at a 3-point play. This is not how Coach Gonzalez will want to have started this 4th quarter, but fortunately for them, he's missed a free throw here, Row. Almost turned over here. Screen arriving for Romero, the pin down action to find Plummer, wants to get through the defenders. Pinheiro for 3, Romero the offensive board, trying to find a teammate, and a foul will be called. Ismael Romero taking one to the head. Campos takes a breather. Ortiz back into the game. Foul called. cylinder foul call against Best. Quick team fouls. No problem for Canada if they get into foul trouble. For sure, Puerto Rico will use those opportunities to get to the free throw line every given opportunity. Here's Plummer. Here's the defenders. Looks for the extra pass. Ortiz for three, and it's good! Chris Ortiz! 17 points! 1 point game. And a pushing foul will be called here. Ortiz picks up foul number 2. Wilcher. Screen, Wilcher will pop out, the pump fake. Wilcher for 3, rolls around the rim and out into the hands of Romero. Fernandez. And a turnover here for Puerto Rico. Fernandez just trying to force that pass through, deflected away. Pinheiro couldn't quite read it. Carr sees the lane. Plummer, hand in the air. Quick huddle now from Puerto Rico. Quick huddle also for Canada. Well, Fernandez was so focused on the ball screen action, just changed his body position, completely opened up for Carr, and the help defense from Plummer had to come. Charles Bediako coming back into the game. Will he go on a little run of his own? Another substitution also checking in. Wilcher will take a breather. Captain asks those questions, scrub into the ball game. Carr, 18 points personal, the leading scorer in the ball game. Oh, this is a little bit tumultuous here for Puerto Rico. They're just looking to turn this ball over. Here's Pinheiro. Goes to the reverse. That's a tough bucket. Carr loses Fernandez. That matchup hasn't been great for them. However, Fernandez fights to get that rebound back into his hands. Almost turned over, and it is turned over. Another turnover for Puerto Rico. They just continue to undo the hard work. Foul is called here, 2 shots to come. Fernandez will take a breather. Marcus Carr has been outstanding tonight. Romero off the glass and in and flexes on him. Ismael Romero. Bully ball. Almost turned over, Carr under pressure. Pull up. On the buzzer, no good. Bediako on the rebound. Pinheiro will name the foul. Referee gets in between. It's getting tasty out there. Pinheiro picking up his third personal. And now Bediako back on the line. Hasn't been great on the line tonight, Charles Bediako. 2 for 5. I think that 2 for 6. They've left points on the line tonight, Canada. And they leave more. Oh dear, oh dear. Fans chanting Puerto Rico. Foul will be called off the ball here. Aaron Best just getting tied up with Pinheiro. Bediako to the bench. John Cooch into the game. Best on his third personal. Great bounce pass inside. Pinheiro again, and one this time. Isaiah Pinheiro just sneaks on through, and Best in the back, and one. Fourth personal foul, and Best will sit. One free throw to come, and Pinheiro ran to the other side of the floor. I think he forgot that he was fouled in that one. Puerto Rico, chance to go up by 2. Does just that. They've had a much better free throw percentage tonight. They are 10 for 11 on the free throw line. Canada 9 for 15. Kajami Keane dumps it off down low. John Cooch kicks it out. Scrub tries to attack the baseline. Pinheiro moving his feet. Wilcher finds a room for 3. Lead change number 9. Romero curling through along the baseline is Plummer. He finds an open man, and the 3 goes off for Ziegler. No good. Rebounding out by John Cooch. Every possession matter. Every play counts. Kajami Keane lays it in for two, all too easy. And that'll be a timeout, no. Yes, a timeout indeed. Coach Gonzalez doesn't want this to get away from them. We're getting insights here from the timeout with Coach Gonzalez, who's taking his time to think things up. A little help from the assistant coaching team. Jorge Rincon, I believe.
CEO, turn, no more screen. Por Sakai. After that, Blomen gonna set my feet. Blomen, my feet to CEO. And then Sakai have Blomen. Por tirar uno. De vida. Le van a hacer Blomen my feet. Y vamos acá. ¿Está bien? Vamos, let's go.
Well, insights here deep in the fourth quarter from the timeout. Kajami Keane has been coming up with the goods in terms of drawing defenders to create space. Look, Ziegler forces a little, or should I say Ziegler checks in a little defensively there. Romero comes across to help. Kajami Keane was already at the rim. And Coach Gonzalez has drawn something up for his team here to execute. Can they do just that? Ziegler. Possession. Not quite executing the offense here. Plummer trying to find the room. He does find the room. Alfonso Plummer ties the game again. Wow. Incredible. Magnificent. Pinheiro's on the deck here, but Plummer almost mishandles it. And lets off the strap. 5 for 8 from deep tonight for Plummer. 17 points personal. They're 12 for 26 from behind the perimeter. Scoring percentages from the free throw line and the three-point line have kept Puerto Rico in this game. They've committed 15 turnovers, given up 18 points as a result of those turnovers tonight. Carr, can he provide some magic here? Whoa, Marcus Carr hits the padding of the bucket as he finishes for two. Up to 22 points now, Carr. Ziegler, sidestep, three, Melendez! That's a lie, it's Pinheiro! Well, from where I was watching, that zero looked like a number 6, but how could we deny? Oh, wow, other side of the floor. Marcus Carr is balling out tonight. Canada by 1, but what a huge three from Isaiah Pinheiro, other side of the floor. He's putting his heart into this ball game. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 boards off a double-double. Check this out, Ziegler, Pinheiro, sidestep, connection, complete. But other side, Carr, through contact. neither of these two teams want to give anything up. Ziegler. Canada by 2. Ortiz is just in that gap in between the two defenders. Dumps it off to Romero. Correct play there. Tied once again. Three now. No good. Rebound for Romero. Hands it straight away to Sakai Ziegler. Romero rolls off the ball screen there. We're going to get a foul call. The captain, Romero, has been wonderful for his team tonight as well. Timeout called again here. And Aaron Best has picked up his 5th personal foul. And the crowd will let him know about it. They say goodbye to Aaron Best. You cannot underestimate the depth of this Canadian national team.
Jackson here. Jason. Kyle. Jackson, you're going to pin down Marcus. Okay, so you're going to hit him. Okay, from here. Tommy. They're going through. On the slot cut. When he catches it, slip, drive. All right? On the make, we're going fist too. We've done a good job. It's like the last second. We just got to make sure we're attached, contest, and rebound. Come on, let's go.
The shout is win from Canada. They want this ball game. And there's just 3 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in it. We're all tied. That man there, Alfonso Plummer, has come up with some big plays tonight. Romero here now. Team foul trouble has sent him to the free throw line. Remember, Aaron Best committing that foul. It's his 5th personal. Romero misses the first free throw. He's been good on the line tonight. This is not the time for that to change as Romero gets the second. Puerto Rico up by 1. 12 lead changes now. Kajami Keane. Carr, they're going to go to him. He dumps it off. Nice play, Carr. Feeding his teammates, and Rowe will benefit from that dime. Ziegler dumps it off. Oh my goodness, Ortiz wanted to come with a hammer of hell. Didn't quite have enough bounce left in those legs towards the end of this ball game here. Carr, turnaround jumper, that's short. Offensive rebound, ball will get back out. Shot clock at 10 seconds here. Carr, guarded by Ortiz. He's going to go to work on him here. Ortiz struggles to stay in front, and Carr makes another magnificent play. Marcus has been magnificent. Looking in the corner, Plummer, another three. How are you leaving that man open? Alfonso Plummer, another triple and another tied ball game. 20 points for him, 6 for 9 from D. Fans are all up onto their feet here. There's under 2 minutes to play. Wiltshire sees the lane. Romero can't stop him. Kyle Wiltshire, the captain. Almost a 5-second count on that as well. Ball comes in. Ziegler gets it to Plummer. Plummer. That one's off to the right. He tries to save it. He does save it. He's found Pinheiro. Wiltshire, can he keep it in play? Yes, he does. What an ending to this ball game. Marcus Carr, the double tap. Kicks it out. Wiltshire turns the corner for 3. Fight for the boards, and that will be a Puerto Rico ball. 57.3 seconds on the clock. And we'll look to get another timeout here in this game. 79-81. Magical moments on a Thursday night in the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 America's Qualifiers. Tell a friend to tell a friend. They should be tuning in right now. Here's Coach Gonzalez.
Go, Jalen. Go to the right. 4. Being down in mind. 3. Being down in mind. In mind, not to the ball in there. Now, after that, IP. Corner. 4. Get ball screen. If they go high, the elbow. High low. If they go up, they get over there. No, I got the layup. You got it? Let's go.
Coach Gonzalez handing over his wisdom to his team. Saying it is one thing, putting into practice is another. Thriller in San Juan. Puerto Rico looking to get their first win, but Canada looking to go 3-0. Someone's O has got to go, but in different columns. Here is Jander Fernandez. Jander Fernandez. Fernandez moves the ball to Ortiz. Pinheiro. Romero looking for the inside seal. Has to come in and out of the key. Pinheiro under pressure from Carr. Pinheiro moves the ball. Ortiz for 3. Off to the left. Pinheiro. The rebound, and it's good. And the foul. And 1. John Cooch commits the foul. Hustle and heart. Pinheiro was under all kinds of pressure from Carr. And he finishes after fighting for the offensive rebound here. Ortiz's 3 was way off, and Pinheiro was there on cleanup duty. Collects the and 1. Moves 1 board away from a double-double. 14 points personal. And a timeout is called. We're all tied, 81-81. Coach Nate Mitchell.
Hands up. Now. Tommy. On the make. We're going early. Going screen for Kyle. Space out. Slip. No. Tommy, you go here. Cassius, you go strong side.
After I screen, you want me to stay in the dunk or go up?
I want you to go out.
Okay.
Tommy exchange on you. Okay, you gotta go right away.
Nate Mitchell moving his piece of the chessboard. Isaiah Pinheiro has come up clutch alongside Alfonso Plummer. In this fourth and final quarter, Pinheiro will go to the line. Well, the worst case scenario here for Canada with 30.9 seconds on the clock is a missed free throw and an offensive rebound. Pinheiro, no mistake on the line. Here we go. Carr. Well, you heard Coach Mitchell say go early. Wiltshire not going to set this screen. He said he's going to slip. He's being held up there. Now Carr, he's going to go to work here. Carr fires it up. He misses it. Can he be kept alive? No, it can't. End-line ball. Fernandez just tries to keep that one in play, unable to do so. 15 seconds. 14 on the shot clock. Another timeout will be called.
Recuerden que a las 6 de la tarde.
Ball back in your court, Coach Mitchell. The announcer doing his best to whip up the crowd. Here's Coach Mitchell. Well, we can't hear inside the huddle right now.
You have a guard. You have a guard.
As he draws up the play. Execution on the inbound.
Here we go. I'm waiting.
And you heard the confirmation there. If they don't score, foul straight away. Here's Carl Fernandez. Had his arm on him. He's very lucky, is Fernandez. Ortiz tips it. And knew that probably he should have tried to catch that rebound. He's got 17 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists tonight. Well, let's see how this final moment plays out. 15 seconds on the game clock, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Wiltshire attacking the bucket. Wiltshire's fouled. The bench is calling for a travel violation. Well, Kyle Wiltshire goes to the line, the captain of Canada. This season he's been shooting well from the free throw line. Above 80% in all competitions, and they're calling for the travel violation. Surely a little extra step there. The crowd will do their best. Wiltshire will miss the first. And it's only going to get louder here at the Coliseo Roberto Clemente. Wiltshire makes the second. Tied game. Timeout call. 11.8 seconds on the clock. Looks like it'll be the final timeout here for Puerto Rico. Coach Gonzalez looking to call checkmate.
here. IP, go to the corner. Come Plummer, pin down in my head. Come like to go to the high screen. But keep going, go, Jay, that you are here. After that CO, screen Plummer to come out. Watch.
Well, Coach Gonzalez calling the shots. And the fans are looking for that big finish, the photo finish. And they're not going to advance the ball here. They're going to have it from their own baseline, Puerto Rico. So they're going to have to beat a Canadian press. Carr will guard Plummer, but the ball is into the hands of Cesar Fernandez. Clock winding down, 6 seconds on it. Ball screen arrives. 2 seconds on it. Plummer's got to go. Plummer's got to fire. And Plummer misses. We are at overtime. And Puerto Rico will have to face off against Canada for 5 more minutes here in San Juan. And the teams will head back to their benches. Well, it's the ending that has been deserved. From the neutral fans' perspective, what a ball game we've had. It's been scrappy at times. But now we go to overtime. Free basketball. Coach Gonzalez drawing something up. Well, here's the replay of that last possession. Plummer fires it up. And the way he's been shooting tonight, he would have put a lot of money on him making it. Heavily contested. Interesting to see that Coach Gonzalez didn't choose to advance the ball. They wanted to take seconds off the clock because they didn't want to give Canada the opportunity to go the other way. Well, they've succeeded in that. We now have overtime. 82-82, Puerto Rico ball. Fresh 5 on the clock. As we now pass the 2-hour mark for tonight's game, here is Fernandez. Plummer, he'll make that one though. He'll make that one though. Carr. Wilcher. Carr with it. Gonna go to work, stepping back for 3. As the buzzer sounds, and it will be a Puerto Rico ball. Marcus Carr has been electric tonight. 27 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Carl Wilcher getting in between the defenders. And he will stay with Puerto Rico. 12 seconds will remain on the shot clock. Taylor Fernandez, Romero. Romero will push it up to the point guard. Fernandez had to let it go. Keane. Kajami Keane. Sets the ball screen. Trying to guard him tightly. Wiltshire wants to use his size and an advantage. And Plummer will be called for the foul. Remember, in overtime, team fouls are carried over. So 2 shots to come now for Wiltshire. Goes to the line, despite missing that first free throw. In the clutch moments, we feel a little less pressure now. Knocks down the first with ease. He moves up to 15 points personal in this one. 2 for 2. Substitution now. As Zakai Ziegler checks back in. Hasn't scored tonight, Zakai Ziegler. Has 5 assists. Ziegler moves it to Pinheiro. How much has he got left in the tank? Well, that's blocked away. Carr looking forward. Wiltshire to the rim, to the left hand, and rolls it in for 2. 2-point lead for Canada. Ziegler. Ortiz trying to wait for a handoff action here. Ortiz for 3. Romero, big offensive board. Ziegler touch pass, looks to the corner. Plummer from behind the bucket. And a foul will be called. And it's going to be 2 shots. John Cooch fighting with Romero for the boards. 2 shots to come for Ismael Romero. But Iaco's checking into the game, as is Scrub. Rowe is also headed to the bench here for Canada. Romero knocking down the first. Reintroduced to the lineup. This stage of the window. Misses the second free throw. Carr. He's been on a little bit of a scoring drought despite having 27 points on the board down the stretch here. Has he found something? Yes, he has. The bench points there, 61 bench points for Puerto Rico. Romero. Hands off to Pinheiro. Ziegler tries to split the defenders. He can do just that. Ziegler, no good. Had the hang time, couldn't get the finish. Carr is fouled by Romero. And 2 shots to come now for Carr. And is this game now going to be won on the free throw line as a result of the foul count? Condit and Fernandez check in. Romero and Ziegler take a breather. Carr will move up to 30 points personal. 30 piece in this ball game. 2 minutes and 1 second remaining in overtime. And with this free throw, it could be a 5-point lead for Canada. And it will be just that. And We'll get one of the timeouts used here. Remember, each coach gets one timeout apiece in overtime. Gonzalez wants to use it at this moment as his team is down by 5. Pivotal moments. Coach Gonzalez does take his time in front of that board. And his team waits ever so patiently. And that's a level of composure required just to think about what you're going to execute here. Very patient is Coach Carlos Gonzalez. And he springs into action. Try and get his thoughts across in the most effective way. All is said and done. Hands in. Let's go. Robertson trying to make a nuisance of himself as he guards Fernandez. Now the ball is with Thompson. High horns action. Fernandez loses his footing. And Puerto Rico run out of gas here. Carr, this next bucket could be pivotal for Canada. Puerto Rico really need to dig in and get a stop here if they want to be involved in this ball game. Carr goes to the rim, trying to find an option. Scrub, back to Carr. Shot clock at 5. Carr, the floater off the glass. Marcus Carr will not be denied. 7-point game now. Condit, no good on the left hand, but then will draw contact and will shoot 2. Important 2 free throws coming here for George Condit. Wiltshire will check into the game. Places Rowe. Some fans starting to leave the arena. Don't leave just yet. There's 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining in this ball game. Plenty of time in basketball. Maybe they got work tomorrow. Maybe they got school. These free throws here. George Condit misses the first. Did the Puerto Rican fans know? Oh for 2 on the line. Can't help but think a dagger's coming here. Carr trying to force off Fernandez. Gets himself some space. But Iako sets the ball screen. Carr still with the ball here. Carr, sidestep 3. No good. Fight for the boards. Thompson has it. Gets into Ortiz. Moves the ball forward. Fernandez. Condit. Plummer. Thompson, sidestep, triple, no good. Rebound here for Canada. And here is Marcus Carr. He is fouled, and surely Canada have done what they need to here in this ball game with 26.5 on the clock in overtime. Puerto Rico have just disintegrated in overtime. They have just fallen away. Body language has changed. They look beat. Hands on hips, heads facing down. Hands on knees for Ortiz. And Carr just continues to sprinkle salt on the wound. The searing burn. As Puerto Rico was so close, they needed this ball game. And Carr will not be denied. 35 piece for him. Fernandez, quick three, way off. And now the arena will rightfully empty. 19.2. And the call is to not be fouled. Points difference matters. So they can't be giving up here, Puerto Rico. Coach Gonzalez, though, hands in pockets. Well, no, he missed a chance. Double tap Carr. Dumps it off to Bediako. And Canada have won the ball game, 85-96. A thriller here in San Juan. However, Canada just take the sting out the ball game in those final moments of overtime. They seal the deal and remain undefeated in Group B of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 America's Qualifiers. What an entertaining game, but a finish that doesn't seem to represent the heart and determination both teams had shown this evening. But that man there is a bad man. Marcus Carr has been purring throughout the match and roared at the end to lift his team to victory with 35 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 dimes. And his team will celebrate that with him. Averaged 8 points in the first 2 games. But how pivotal his performance was. Fernandez couldn't just really deal with him in this ball game. Kai Ziegler really had a poor scoring night. Unable to put not 1 point on the board. He was 0 for 7 overall. He would have been the matchup for Carr this evening, but just could not step up to the plate. Turnovers really hurt Puerto Rico tonight. 17 turnovers, leading to 20 points from Canada, who also had 50 points in the paint and 17 second chance opportunities, despite the rebound battle being relatively even. 15 lead changes in tonight's ball game. 12 times they were tied. Puerto Rico led for 25 minutes of the game. Canada led for 15, but it's not about how you start, it's all about how you finish. And Marcus Carr, he finishes his breakfast, he finishes his dinner, he cleans up the plate. Some real big moments tonight. Pinheiro part of the plays, Carr consistent. Remember, Canada were down 23-13 at the end of the first. They led by 1 at half time. 22-23 was the third quarter score. Canada by 2, 25-23. The fourth quarter score, tied game, go to overtime. 3-14 in overtime. Canada with the dub. This was tough here from Pinheiro, the M1. Alfonso Plummer, got to give him a mention. 22 points tonight for Plummer, 6 for 12 from behind the three-point line. Pivotal moments from him. And the captain, Carl Wilcher, that transition layup, 18 points, 5 steals for Carl Wilcher this evening. And that guy there, Thomas Grubb, as well, doing the things they don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet. 6.7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. But that is all she wrote here from Coliseo Roberto Clemente in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Final score 85-96 does not reflect the competitiveness of this ball game. Well, wherever you've been watching all around the world, my name has been Tahir Hajat. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 America's Qualifiers. After overtime, Canada with the dub, they stay undefeated. Puerto Rico stay winless. See you next time.